Hey everybody, I've got my product of the year, the Josie Joseph knife block carousel all-in-one. I'm going to be reviewing this and telling you why I voted this as the product of the year. I'm just going to demonstrate all the knives and the block itself. It's a nice block, it rotates all the way around, so it's in a slim angle and it moves all the way around. Simple, nice design. Comes with all the knives, so I'll go through the knives. Here, the slots here, they have a magnetic strip, so when you do put the knives in, they basically go in and it clips on and the magnet holds it together. They're very hygienic as well, so we'll demonstrate through that as well. They're quite easy to keep clean. It's a non-stick finish, so it's a nice block, slim. It's definitely hands down great for the friends and family if you want to give it as a gift or purchase for yourself. And it's not going to break the budget, it's not going to break the bank. Superb knives with great specs to it. So without further ado, let's get on to the review. I've got the vegetable chopper here. It's medium size. It's got the green chopping function. It's got the green logo here. It's got the Josie Joseph logo here, stainless steel. And you can see the pivots here. That's basically a technique Japanese chefs and the Japanese manufacturers have done to basically stop anything sticking to the knife itself. You will find this technique on a lot of knives nowadays. It's growing into European knives and everything. So this is chopper. I'm going to try to chop up some tomatoes. Let's see how it goes. Getting some medium-sized tomatoes. Gonna chop all of them up and let's see how good it is. Oh, slice straight through. Little nozzle. Simple. This is great for the juicier, bigger vegetables. Chop straight through. As you can see, tomatoes tend to be juicy and they tend to cling on to the knife. Here, it doesn't do much of the clinging on, it just slides off quite nicely, easily. And you just need a simple swipe. And as you can see, when it is going down on a motion when you're chopping, it comes off easy, nice and simple. That's the tomato. That's usually called the Santoku knife for Japanese wise. It's a European vegetable chopper. After the tomato, let's try some potatoes. See how good that is. Again, slice straight through. Comes off nice and easily. So potatoes, they tend to be a bit more clingy, as you can see. It's got that kind of gluey texture to it and it just slides off nice and easily. So far, when it's very sharp. It's a brand new knife, never been used, first time users. So it's worked quite nice and simple. Potatoes come to small, medium pieces. So that was the Santoku vegetable chopper. Now I've got the serrated knife. It's got small serrations. This tend to have serrations in one angle. They don't tend to do it in both angles, and the silicone non-stick coatings all the way through here. But on that side, it's only up to the tip. So serrated knife, you don't really need to sharpen them much often. It's got these pivots here for hygienic purpose, so when you do leave it, it doesn't touch the surface. So it's the purple one. I'm going to try to chop up some onions, see how that goes, how good it is, and see if it's nice with the onion. Now let's cut the onion straight through. Nice, simple, and it's chopping. As you can see, it's going quite fine. The non-stick layer is helping it go smoothly in, but with like typical heavy duty knives, strong knives, they tend to go effectively like this as well. But because this is quite a lightweight, simple, slim knife, it's the non-stick that is helping it quite a lot. Because it's a two-piece knife, guys, if you do knock it, if you do drop it, there is a chance of breaking, and that is very fine. Quite nifty, easy. That was done under 10 seconds, 10-15 seconds. Done. Serrated, superb knife. This is one of the knives I use the most, the vegetable and that one there. As I was saying, guys, it's two-piece, so it's the handle is connected to the blade, so you do have that weak point. And to compensate with the lightweight and the weak point, they've made it non-stick with a silicone coating. They're quite heat resistant and quite hygienic. It's dishwasher safe, so that is, you've got that aspect as well. So let's try the next knife. Now I've got the utility knife. With that I'm going to cut some aubergines, and again 20-degree angle, sharpness, quite sharp, 2-piece handle. This is the smaller one, that's the utility. It's great for peeling, it's great for taking seeds out and small chops. So I'm going to use this knife, see how good it is to chop these aubergines up. So I'm going to try to do medium pieces. So let's start chopping and see if it's good or bad. Now let's take the beak off, the part we're not going to use, and that just slides off. So you can try to peel if you've got potatoes and not with that, and it goes straight through. So if you do want some precision, this is the knife to use, because it's precise, small, and you can chop up everything nice and easily, and it's nice design so far. And when you have something small, when you want to do small chops, this is the one to go for. And you can see the cute angles it has, and you can chop a lot nice and easy. And if you're good at peeling, you can use this as a peeling knife. All you do, get in an angle and peel with it, and nice and simple. It's chopped up, it's done what it needs to be done. It's a small knife. It is one of the knives you're going to use constantly, and if you do want to slice it, you can slice it as well. So all you do, straight down, done. With that type of vegetable or fruit, when you've got something long but small, you can slice straight through, and you don't need something big. This is adequate and it's gone effortlessly through. And what the down points with knives and all that are slim, fragile and all that. When you are chopping down, you've got this knife, the blade itself, it can bend. When it does bend, you need to sharpen it. This type of lightweight, slim, these are made in China, you do need to sharpen it every week to maintain the sharpness. So as you're chopping down on a surface, best to do on wood, polythene and all that. Never do it on a glass, because the blade bends and you have to maintain the sharpness more. So polythene, wooden, never on glass. Definitely guys. So one of the easiest and the best knife to go for. So let's go to the next knife. And because it's small, if you've got any impurities, any darkness, things you want to take off, as you can see, it comes off nice and easily. Simple design, works great with the knife and the precision. So I'm gonna use the cook's knife now. I'm gonna cut some chicken and everything. So let's move this away. Now I've got the cook's knife here, medium size, high quality, lightweight. It's got all the specs as all the other knives. The meat cook's knife is yellow on this, so it's got the same hygienic version. I'm gonna cut up some meat, see how good it is, if it's good enough to cut through a baby chicken. I've got 2 pieces here, so without further ado, let's start chopping. So I'm gonna start with this one here. Let's see how good it is if it's cutting through. So chicken, they tend to be quite stiff, quite robust, because when you want to cut through the bone and everything, you need something sharp and you need something durable. So this is very sharp, but may not be durable as a fully forged knife. So fully forged knives tend to be one whole piece. So I'm gonna try to see if the actual blade, the non-stick, caters for the lacking strength that it doesn't have. So the chef knife itself, you do need to maintain the blade. So absolutely sharpen it each time you use it. So it's quite easy to cut through all the fatness, what it has and everything. This has already been mainly chopped up by the butchers, but I'm getting the basic parts what I need this knife for. So it's going through the fatness, it's going through the small bones. For a larger boiler chicken or a large chicken like a turkey, it's going to be harder. You may need something like a cleaver, but for a baby chicken, medium chicken, it's going through it quite nice and easily. And I have to say it's nice so far. It is going as expected. That's the main reason I gave this the best knife there on the market, and with gutting through the chicken, the meat itself is quite nice, easy and effortless. So it has gone through it, but I have to say it won't go through the harder, meatier knives itself because of the strength of the blade and everything. So with this knife, absolutely same. Always sharpen it when you use it, but it has done what I needed to do. So I've got 2 more knives, the bread knife and the carving knife. So I'm going to do a fish, slice it with the carving knife. So let's do that. Got the carving knife to do some carving up some fish. So this is a very sharp knife. See how easy it is to take the skin off and basically carve the fish. This is already sliced in the butcher's. I wasn't able to get a whole fish, so see how easy it is. The skin's coming off nice and easy. So the carving knife is great for slicing because it's very thin, and for carving as well. So when you want to carve your turkey in the Christmas day today, you'll probably be using this type of knife ready with a carving fork. So you can buy this as a combination, a Josie Joseph one, where it's carving knife and fork all in one or on its own. So it's slicing through the skin, and you don't need to use it just as a carving knife. I'm going to use it as a long slicing chopping knife. So let's chop the fish and see how good and easy it is. If you want to cut through the bone, this is definitely not recommended, but if you just want to cut through the fish itself, it will cut through. And you have to remember, guys, this is a basic knife, slim fit, and it does cut through the knife easily. So I'm going through the fish. It's quite nice. You have to use a bit more of your strength when there is some bone in the fish. So as you can see, the knife is durable, nice, and it is quite sharp. I can see it's quite hard to cut through the bone because this is not a knife that will cut through the bone, but for the skin, slicing, peeling, getting the skin off is absolutely fine. So if you've got a chicken breast and all that, that will slice through. If you want to do small chops, you can do. If you've got a bunch of things you want to do with it, it will be absolutely fine. It's quite hygienic, nice and effective. That was the carving knife. Not the best, but for what it needs to be done, it is nice and effective. Now finally, it's going to be the bread knife. Now traditionally we'll be cutting bread, but I'm using the bread knife to cut a melon because you don't always need to cut bread, and everyone's used to cutting bread with a bread knife. So I'm going to see how good it is. The final knife, put it through the test. Again, it's got the serrations on one side, 20-degree angle, and silicone coated on the other side, and it's coated all the way through and not all the way through here, so it's in an angle. Knives tend to be, when it is made, it's both angle. Nowadays they're not only in one angle. This is the longest knife in the whole range. The carving and the bread knife are the longest. It's orange on each side, so it makes it quite robust, slim, 20-degree angle blade. Bread knives are not going to be sharpened, so I'm not going to basically sharpen this often. It's going to stay sharp quite an amount. Nice handle, quite a nice robustness to it, and I have to say it's lightweight. So let's cut this melon knife and see how good the final knife is. Straight through. The serration helps it because it's more of a meatier vegetable, helps it straight through. And this is the lemon, you've got the seeds inside, and the final smoothness on top with the serrated skin. So I'm going to try to basically get the skin off, cut it straight through, sliced, and now I'm going to try to get the skin off. Usually we'll use a slicer or a knife and see how the bread knife it is, and it does get the skin off nice and easily. That you can use your hand, it'll come straight through. Chop it down, done. So the bread knife are basically, you're cutting the brittle part, and this will help it cut the soft part as well. So with the bread knife you get the brittle top with the bread, and you get the softness inside. Again with the melon, you get the brittleness of the top and the softness of the inside. So you got the same softness and the hardness and the bread knife, it has to be quite effective. I was surprised, thought it may need more effort, but it's nice and effective. The serration has helped and the non-stick has helped. Take the skin off and nice and easily. It's a smooth knife, great for cutting bread, great for cutting melons. You can do leaves and as well. It's all in one a knife. You don't need to necessarily use it as a bread knife, you can use it as other cutting tool as well. So it's nice and effective, nice design to it, non-stick has helped, and it's easy to chop, easy to slice. So all of the knife has been pretty good. Only one I've been disappointed with is basically the cook's knife. I wanted it a bit more robust, but this has been the product of the year for me as a knife set, as a knife always. They're dishwasher safe, but I'll recommend hand washing them because the dishwashers will, high level salt will corrode the non-stick. So all you need to do, hand wash it or in your dishwasher and pop it back in the block. Everything nice has been washed, so I'm just going to give them a wipe. So I've hand washed them. You don't need to basically wash them by dishwasher because they're easy, the non-stick layer helps. So they're definitely nice knives, hands down recommend them out of all the other knives I've recommended. The knife I would recommend run up for this year has to be the Robert Welch Q knife. Please do watch that one. I'll leave a link in the description, no, floating on the screen I would say. I'll leave it on there and just click onto that and watch that. And that knife itself, the knife, they're gonna be at least over £100 more for that knife set. And that's the main reason it hasn't won the product of the year with me. The Q knife block, have to say, it's quite expensive, but it doesn't give you all the knives. It only gives you about 4 knives with the block. No, block is very nice, stylish. It's, I have to say, it's the best design personally for that, but for the price I wouldn't recommend it. It's very expensive. It's £230, $260, $70 depending where you are purchasing it from. So it's a decent knife, but for the price it's not gonna be everyone's budget. So let's put this knife in and end this video. So the knife's just slot in, got the serrated knife here. All you do, pop it through the nozzle, clips on. Vegetable utility knife, again, put it through the nozzle and it goes in. Always put the blade angled in, never put it angled out. It will go in, but never put it angled out because it's always be safe than sorry in the knife department. Vegetable chopper, again, nice and easily goes in. All this wipes clean, easy to maintain it. It's got the grey texture all the way through. Finally the bread knife in, and simple. It's in quite hygienic, in all the 20-degree angle. Superb knife. You can buy it for under 80, under £100 depending dollars where you want to purchase it from. So this has been the Josie Joseph Elevate knife block review and recommended product of the year 2017. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Hope you have enjoyed this episode. Hope you